Hello, everyone, and welcome to Anime Club After Dark, the podcast that delves into all things anime, manga, and otaku culture related. I'm your host, Alex, but you can call me Senpai. And joining me tonight, after a slight hiatus, is our poser extraordinaire, Natai.
Yo.
Do you want to tell the boys and girls why you've been gone for about a month?
Just studying for some certifications and shit that could get me some work. So,
Trying to better
life.
yourself.
Yeah, taking care of my life.
There you go.
It's been going pretty well.
Well, good luck on all of your certification testing. So, as you can see, if you're watching on YouTube, what we're going to be doing tonight is you and I are just going to have a little bit of fun, and we are going to very, very, very subjectively rank Monogatari characters.
I mean, subjectively, but honestly, this is the objective truth, and none of you can disagree with us.
So, kind of like back when Sho and I did our Mal Top 50 thing, we're going to do the same kind of thing. It's just a pretty basic tier list. It starts with best girl at the top. It goes to pretty good, meh, kind of shit, and shit. I think I want to put out there beforehand, you and I both love the Monogatari series, and I don't think there's a character that we like outright hate in general.
Yeah.
I think our general opinion is that all characters in the Monogatari series are pretty good. I think the point of this is to rate them against each other, not necessarily against other anime characters.
Yeah, for sure. Like, honestly, and Monogatari characters are all S tiers, to be honest. But yeah,
don't tell that to Sho.
But yeah, it would be a bit boring to just call them all of them S tier.
Yeah, man, we could literally put all of these in best girl, even Kaiki. Speaking of Kaiki, I think it's a great place to start. I'm not gonna go into order that they're actually listed here. I'm gonna go whatever order I feel like. I think Kaiki is a great place to start, and I think you and I both agree he's the best girl.
Kaiki is best girl. Now, I mean, I know a lot of people only sort of came to terms with that fact later on in the series, but honestly, from the get-go, I was a big Kaiki fan.
Yeah, me too.
It's a great first impression.
When he was first introduced in Nise Monogatari, it's just perfect. Absolutely. Wait, wasn't he actually introduced in Bake like a cameo though? I can't remember.
No, he introduced Nise, but it's sort of tied to Senjogahara's backstory.
Okay, yeah. For some reason, I think that episode where he has like that cameo appearance where he's first introduced, for some reason, I always wanted to take place in the middle of Bake. I don't know why I think that, but I do. But yeah, Kaiki is great. I mean, he has an entire arc where he's the narrator, and
it's fucking great.
It's probably the best arc in the entire show. It's one of the best anime arcs ever, in my opinion. And it also shows that you can tell a really great story with an unreliable narrator. And he is like the epitome of unreliable narrator.
Also, shout out to that theme, that leitmotif he has, because that's...
Alright, we're gonna stop. We're gonna stop pretending to be interested. Kaiki is best girl. That's the best thing you could say about him.
He has his own OP. He sings.
He does. He is the only male character that sings in an OP so far. Yeah. All right. So I mean, that was pretty easy. We're both agreed on that. I do want to point out before we go any further, if you are watching this on YouTube, which you definitely should, there are 2 Hanakawas in this list and 2 Shinobus. I have separated Loli Shinobu and Kissha, and I have also separated Black Hanakawa and Hanakawa. And on that note, how about Black Hanakawa? Buraku!
So, I mean, you and I have very similar opinion on Hanakawa as a whole.
I think you and I have a really similar opinion on how good we think her character arc is.
Yeah. She's wonderful. But let's again, I don't want to put all of them on best girl tier. Hanakawa herself is best girl, in my opinion. I think you agree with me.
Oh, yes. I think she's the best girl, legit the best girl in the entire series. I'm sorry to all of you Hitagi fanboys and fangirls out there. I'm sorry, but Hanakawa is literally wife material. Not waifu material, wife material.
And like the way her design evolves throughout the show, like in my opinion, or Monogatari. What the fuck was the name of the last season?
Words.
Owari Monogatari. God, that was Owari Monogatari. Her design in that part of the series is my favorite, honestly.
Also, I
With
love the
the
fact
short
that
hair.
I also love the fact that the further back in the story you go, the bigger her tits get.
Shaft. I don't know what to tell you.
Like the biggest her boobs ever are is in Kizu.
That's very true.
And that's
They're
the one that
enormous.
takes place.
It's ridiculous.
That's the one that takes place canonically first.
Mm-hmm.
It's just.
But yeah.
So okay, so Hanakawa and Black Hanakawa. I'm assuming we're gonna put them in separate tiers.
Yeah, because I mean, honestly, it's like they're the same character, so like whatever decides which one of them is quote unquote better is their design, right? Which to me, like Hanakawa has the best design with her short hair and striped hair, you know?
Yeah, and she doesn't have that with Black Hanakawa. So I would put Hanakawa as in the best girl list, but I would put Black Hanakawa one tier down and pretty good.
Yep.
All right. This is going so well so far. This is nothing like when me and Sho did this and we argued constantly.
All right, who's next on chopping?
I'm trying to find someone that I think you and I kind of disagree with.
I know someone we disagree.
Okay,
with.
well,
who? Fuck. What was her name?
Is it
Yotsugi.
Is it Limp or Yotsugi?
Yotsugi.
Okay, so I like Yotsugi, but I don't think you do very well. I mean, comparatively.
Comparatively, I don't like her as much. I like her design, and she has an interesting arc. I mean, to me, she's kind of meh.
I like her design because it's very, very cute. I love her ever-evolving catchphrases. And she's a loli, so of course I fucking love her.
Nah, to me, she's kind of like, she's not kind of shit, but she's kind of meh. She's close to being kind of shit, but she is meh.
So you would put her square in the middle.
Yeah.
You gotta admit, though, when she's on screen, it's usually pretty entertaining.
Yeah, she's entertaining, but comparatively to the rest of the cast, she's like, okay.
Yeah, personally, I would put her in pretty good, but I can live with her being in the meh category.
Sure.
All right. Let's see. Oh, here's the one we probably disagree on. Ruka. Because I think she belongs at the bottom.
No, I'll put it in kind of shit. Because she has, like if we're talking narrative-wise, she does have impact on Panbaru. I'd put it in kind of shit because she's kind of just... I don't know forgettable.
Here's my issue. I feel like she has so little screen time. Like, she could be a really good character. She could genuinely be a good character. But we know so little about her, even by the end of Hana Monogatari.
You know just about enough. You don't need to know what.
I also still think the story would have been better if her and Kambaru had banged at the end of it. Yo, don't fucking deny that you think the story would be better if they no even you know that deep down in the darkest part of your heart you don't talk about that if that story had ended with those two hooking up into a relationship, it would have been so much better.
She's a fucking ghost.
That fucking Hachikuji
didn't bang anyone. Sorry to ruin that doujinshi for you.
I know, but listen. I'm not saying that it would necessarily work out physically, but there's nothing wrong with having the hots for a ghost. I'm just saying Araragi has the hots for Hachikuji. Don't even lie.
We'll get to Hachikuji in a bit, I suppose.
So you think she...
Sure, leave her... No, you can leave her at shit. That's fine.
I think that if she'd had more screen time throughout the course of the series, or if she'd ever been mentioned at any other point besides Hana Monogatari, I think it would have been... could have been a better character.
Sure.
I think almost the exact same thing about Sodachi. Except I love her character design, so I want to put her one tier above.
Don't do that to her. Her entire arc in Owari is great. What are you talking about?
All right, meh. Again, it's someone who could have
She's
used.
high match. She's barely at pretty good.
So I think it's another one of those things where, like, with more screen time throughout the entire series, could have been so much better.
I mean, I know she appears in Zoku quite extensively,
Yes,
so
not that you've seen it.
I haven't seen it. Neither of you.
Actually, yes, I.
You've watched Zoku?
Yes, I have. I didn't want to tell you because I knew you hadn't seen it yet. Ladies and gentlemen, we're watching a man psychologically break before our eyes.
So where would you rank her now that you've seen Zoku?
I'd say either meh or pretty good.
I put her in a meh.
Okay.
Because, like, I don't know. She's like, okay, she's good, but she has an awesome OP and I love her design, so she's not kind of shit.
Math Magix is a really good OP.
So good. That baseline is so fucking good.
Yeah. And I love her character design. Like,
yeah.
I just
also,
and she's so angry. God, I love angry women.
I do like, I've seen the art for her and I love her short hair design.
Yes.
It looks so good.
Yes. Yes.
Moving on.
Moving swiftly on. Speaking of short hair, Hitagi. I think
Best girl.
You and I
Best girl. Best
both
girl.
agree that Hitagi and with short hair, when she has this short hair in the Hitagi End arc, the Kaiki arc, is
the best.
literally the best. When she's wearing like the winter, like the sweater and everything. Oh my god, yes.
It looks amazing.
I wouldn't I would honestly, if I could, I would put her like right in between pretty good and best girl.
Nah, she is best girl.
I think she's like one teeny tiny half step below Hanakawa in my book.
Like, yeah, I would agree, but she's still in the same league to some extent.
Oh yeah, for sure. And she is the one that Araragi chooses.
I mean, let's be frank.
From the beginning, that's why it's not a harem. I will never resist an opportunity to point that out.
Right.
But yeah, I definitely, I mean, she's the crux of a lot of the story. I mean, a lot of people say it's Araragi's story. I kind of disagree. Well, I would agree with certain parts, but Bakemonogatari is really...
Yeah, Bakemonogatari really...
is really Hitagi's story.
She's the core of it. Yeah, for sure.
Without Hitagi, you would not have anything for Bakemonogatari. I mean, you'd have other little stories, but the overarching story of that season would have been terrible without her.
And also like seeing her relationship with Araragi grow as the series as a whole goes on. It's like super rewarding, right?
Yeah.
So satisfying.
And then I got the Nisio Isin, man. She gets the Nisio Isin haircut, and it's so good.
Yeah.
And that happens with 3 different characters in this show. It happens with Hitagi, it happens with Hanakawa, and it happens with Sodachi. It's amazing.
And then Kanbara has the reverse.
Yeah, she does the reverse. And we'll talk about Confident now.
Sure.
She introduces herself as a lesbian, and then she has the short hair, and I'm thinking, okay. And then she grows her hair out, and I'm thinking, you look more like a lesbian now.
It looks great with the long hair.
Oh, I agree. But, you'd think that the short hair would make her look way more like a lesbian. You think, nah, you look more like a lesbian with long hair. Yeah.
What do you think of Kanburu?
I would put her in the pretty good category. I love her design. I also love how it changes over the course of the show. She's clearly upset that Araragi won't bang her.
Or that she can't get with Senju
or that she can't. Yeah, she can't fondle Senju.
I think she's more upset about that than being with Araragi.
Yeah.
Than not being.
Yeah. And maybe she was just using Araragi to get to her. I don't know. Will ruin your relationship to turn her into a lesbian. I don't know. I think that she's just one step below Best Girl, and I think I think pretty much about the same about her that I do about Black Hanakawa, which is why I put her in pretty good.
Yeah, she's pretty good. Yep, I agree. I don't have much to say about her.
I mean, her weakest story, in my opinion, is Hana Monogatari.
I don't think it is. Like, I mean, the matter of rewatching it, and it's really good, but I need to like finish rewatching it to fully appreciate it, I guess.
But you do agree that pretty good is a good place for her.
Yeah, she deserves it.
All right.
She deserves it.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I want let's we gotta put someone in kind of shit. So I'm thinking,
Hachikuji.
no, no,
Been waiting the entire night to
no,
say. Johnny's gonna
no,
crucify me.
no.
Anyway, what were you about
I
to
was
say?
thinking episode.
Episode, yeah,
Because
put
episodes
in
are
there.
like every time episodes on screen, he's really, really cool. He's got like, that rule of cool thing going on. But his problem, again, like Ruka and like Sodachi, is lack of screen time, lack of overall screen time.
But I think you get a bit more of his like sort of like Ruka is like has an interesting story and is involved in an interesting story in Hana Monogatari, in my opinion. But I think episode is like more interesting than her because you get to see more of his like sort of like his quirks, you know, to some
Hmm.
extent. Like in Owari, there's this one bit where because of course that Arya goes to a shop and buys like both uh, porn and lesbian porn or whatever, or BL. I don't remember what the fuck it was. And then he goes back and he gives a guy in like the books, and you see guy reading the I think lesbian porn and episode reading the BL
Hmm.
porn. It's like, you know, it's just a small touch. It doesn't say much. Like it says a lot about him, but you know, just for a moment you see more into his character, right?
Yeah. Well, there's a lot about episode's character you're as an audience member kind of forced to infer, and it's not
Yeah.
told, which I think is it's great. It like narratively, it's great. But I just wish he had more screen time because he seems like he'd be a really cool character to explore.
Yeah. But honestly, like his time to shine, I think, was in Kizu with his fight scene.
Oh yeah, that fight
Right.
scene
I
was
don't.
amazing.
Yeah, I think we got most of like out of that character.
Yeah,
So.
I feel like he could have been used maybe once or twice more than he
Mm,
was throughout the course of the series. I don't know. I feel like he's a good character whose potential wasn't entirely realized.
mm,
That's just my opinion. But
sure.
you would agree that kind of shit would be a
Yeah,
eh,
he is kind of shit,
okay.
relatively speaking.
All right. Who should we go for next? Should we do both of the Shinobus?
No, no, we'll save them for later
All right.
on.
Let me
Let's
mark
talk.
them.
Let's talk about the Fire Sisters.
Fire Sisters. Let's do Tsukihi first.
Okay, so Tsuki is like fine and all, and near the end of Owari season 2, she sort of has more importance to the narrative, I guess. But to me, she's on the verge of going to meh, but maybe she's kind of shit, you know?
No, I get what you're saying. Um,
Like she's cute, I love her. Her opening is one of the best, but overall, eh,
yeah, I get. Yeah, I again, she's another one of those characters I think doesn't get utilized enough. That
like
I guess you could say
Mise
that about
gets a
both of the
lot.
Fire Sisters. I mean, they do each have their own arc dedicated to them,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I feel like Tsukihi is used far less than Karen.
Mm, maybe. I don't know. It's interesting because Turkey also appears quite a bit like outside of her own arc, like, and she has some,
She has
and
like
she leads to some. Honestly, like in which arc was it with Nadeko, which we'll get to later.
hmm,
Like Nadeko's arc in second season is so good, and she has like I think one or two scenes with Tsuki,
hmm.
which are super powerful and so shed more light on her character. So she's like a good, like she's a great character to bounce off like the protagonists of each arc, I guess. But that doesn't happen a whole lot, right?
She almost acts like a sounding board for Nadeko in that or I know what you're talking about. She's almost like a sounding board for Nadeko, which is why she's good.
Yeah,
Like she's
but
almost acting as a psychiatrist for the other characters, which is a really weird way to get your psychological assistance from like a 12-year-old girl, but you know, whatever.
bless that 12-year-old girl.
I think she's 12. Maybe it's 11. I don't know.
Age is just a number, Alex.
That's very true. I'm glad you've seen the light. So would you put her in meh?
Meh. Yeah, I put it in meh.
All
Never
right.
mind.
Okay, then in that we had to put Karen in pretty good.
Do we have to?
Well,
I
her
think
character
she's.
design is better than Tsukihi's.
I don't know if I agree with that.
I Listen.
Nah.
Listen.
Dude,
Just
did you
accept the
see
toothbrush
Suki's
in your
outfit?
mouth and let's go with it.
Only for that, put it in kind of shit.
No, no, no.
Put it over there. Drag him over to kind of shit.
Also, one of the reasons I love Karen is because she's got that tomboy personality. I fucking love tomboys.
You love tomboys?
I fucking like, not even just an anime. I fucking love tomboys IRL too.
Well, here's the thing. Like, at least in fiction, like most tomboys don't do it for me.
Really?
Like, not because I hate like I don't hate it. It just doesn't really leave much of an impression on me, right? It's like kind of okay,
I like how
I
you
get
put
it.
the caveat on there in fiction.
Yeah, because that's what we're talking about.
Um,
Jesus Christ, you're not dragging me down to that rabbit hole.
I'm just
You
saying.
call your
I've seen your taste in women, and I like it.
Thank you.
Okay, so we
Kinda
gotta
shit.
put her. We gotta put her either on the same level as Tsukiki or one higher. It's one or the other. It's not kind of shit. I'm sorry, but no.
Kind of shit.
I don't like you anymore. I'm really gonna talk to John about kicking you off the podcast. No, I'm just kidding. Why? I can't believe you've done this.
Hey, let's be cool. It's all relatively okay. It's all in relative
I know.
terms.
All right.
All right, who's next?
Meme.
All right.
I think Meme like is another one of these characters like that embodies the rule of cool. So he's got to be in the top bit. He's got to be in the top half somewhere.
I think he's pretty good, and that's not like a bad thing. It's like I don't because honestly, except for Bake, we don't see him almost at all. I think that's okay, right?
Yeah, a lot of his appearances outside of Bake and Kizu, I think you got to throw Kizu in there too,
Yeah,
are kind
Kizu
of
as well.
cameo appearances. Like he's not a
Yeah.
huge part of the plot. He may just be there just for. There's a couple of instances outside of Bake and Kizu where he just shows up for seemingly no reason.
Not even like at least aside from Kizu and Bake, he doesn't appear in the like present story until the very end.
Yeah.
They talk about him extensively, but he doesn't appear to the very end, which is good. Like I'm like happy how much restraint is shown with his character, but it's like he's pretty good, and
Yeah.
that's okay.
But in every time he is on screen, he's really cool. So
Yeah,
like I say,
he's amazing.
he exemplifies that concept of the rule of cool. All right. Shall we get rid of the last male character in Araragi?
Sure. Where would you put him?
Okay, personally, I think either pretty good or best girl.
Yeah, sure.
Because number one, he's the main character, so the plot is in almost every arc revolves around him. In fact, I think in every arc except Hitagi End and Hana Monogatari pretty much
And
revolve around
Medusa.
him. So,
Nadeko Medusa sort of revolves around him, but like not directly.
very indirectly, yeah.
I put him in. It's interesting because as the show goes on, it's like you get to see more of him, and also get to explore like the entirety of final season. Honestly, is sort of like dissecting his entire character.
Yeah. Well,
So
and
maybe
especially in Owari Monogatari's second season, when you
Yeah.
find out what I really don't want to spoil this, even though we kind of have spoiled some things here during the course of this. But I
we
really
don't
don't
have to
want
talk about.
I don't want to
specifics.
spoil second season, but it reveals something I think some of us had suspected before about a certain character in regards to Koyomi.
And I think that put him in best girl. That pushes him over there.
All right. I also I've said this before on the podcast, but I think his character design is fucking hot. I've said this before. Like guys who have the thing where hair covers the one eye. Oh my god, I love that. I don't know why I find that. I don't know why I find that so aesthetically attractive, but I do.
All right, who's next?
All right. Well, you want to save Shinobu and Kiss Shot for last, right?
Yeah, sure. Let's do that.
All right. Well, let's
Let's
finish
talk
off the
about
Ghostbuster characters.
yeah. Okay.
We'll go with
So
Izuku.
guy, yeah,
Izuku Gaien.
she's
She knows everything. She doesn't know what she knows. She knows everything.
hmm.
I would say meh for the single reason that she doesn't appear enough.
I think she appears more than enough, actually.
Then kind of shit.
No, like not in a bad way. She's like, oh, she knows. She's like, yeah, she's done her job. Mm,
I love her character design.
her design is amazing, and I also love her personality. Like that scene in Tsubasa Tiger where she just basically like mocks Hanekawa in front of everyone is so good. Like, bitch.
Just looking
That's
at her
great.
like, you bitch.
I think she's pretty good.
I can live with that. Pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, Kaga Nui.
Shit. She's fine. She's just kind of okay.
I would say the only scenes with her that I find memorable are the scenes where she's with Ononoki. I think
In
those are the
Issei,
only
yeah.
scenes with her I find memorable. Like she appears occasionally without Ononoki, but they're just without Ononoki, she's not a memorable character. They're like a team.
Yeah.
They're like a
Yeah,
comedy
she's
team.
shit. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, she's another one that doesn't appear very often, so it's kind of hard to judge her against some of these other characters.
Her design is really good though, but
Yeah,
again,
I
she
like her
just
design. Eh, I think if I had
no,
to,
no.
to rate these specifically on character design, definitely put her in shit though. I mean, I feel like not enough attention was paid to like her hairstyle and her clothes.
Gotcha.
I'm not saying
I
I
get what
hate
you
the
mean.
design. I'm just saying that in terms of some of these other characters, I think more attention was paid to them with their character
Gotcha.
design. Anyway,
Okay.
um,
Moving on. Who do you
Hachikuji,
want to pick next? Okay. So
best girl.
here's the thing. She has one of the worst arcs in the show.
Fuck you.
Listen, Shinobu Time has its moments and the ending is really good, but goddamn, it shouldn't be 4 episodes.
Yeah, I feel like three,
It
maybe
really
even two
shouldn't.
episodes.
It should have been 2 episodes.
Yeah, three at the very most.
No, two. I thought that maybe I was like exaggerating when I first saw it, but when I rewatched it and got to Shinobu Time, I was like, okay, let's give it another shot. And 2 episodes in, I was like,
Yeah, I've
no.
just realized I could have put adult Hachikuji in here as well. I did not. So this is only lowly Hachikuji. So
Meh.
I'm sorry for that. Yeah,
No,
okay.
no, meh.
All right. Since I didn't put her in here, but theoretically, would you put adult Hachikuchi anywhere else? Because
I
let's
put
be
her.
honest, her fucking character design is a fucking plus.
Both of her designs are amazing. I think I don't know. I don't know. Because Adoda Chikuji like shows up for literally 2 minutes.
Yeah, pretty much.
And she's amazing.
You kind of
Goddamn,
have
but
to judge her almost entirely on character design because there's not much
yeah,
to her.
yeah. She's
Fair enough.
great.
Fair enough.
She's like Hachikuji's like on the cusp of being pretty good, but she's meh.
All right. Yeah, I can live with that. So you put her like right here, like right in between the two.
Sort of, yeah.
Shame we don't have one there. All right. Nadeko.
Pretty good.
Fuck you.
I'll tell you why. It's not because like it's not her entire story and character arc and growth and regression. That whole push and pull is so good that I like. It's so good. At first, I thought she's boring, and then they sort of like turn her entire story upside down.
All right. Well,
It's fucking
can
great.
you and I agree that her story in Bake is the weakest story arc in
It
Bake?
is. It is.
Okay.
And then in second season, East is like, okay, so let's take that and make it 10 times better.
Let's take this one character and make her actually relevant.
Yeah, and it's sort of like, and that arc in second season makes the first arc in Bucket retroactively better. It's so fucking good.
Yeah, but you have to watch the entire second season to figure that out.
That's fine. It's such a good watch, you know.
But before you actually see a second season, that her introductory arc in Bake is so boring.
Yeah, that's okay though. All right, put her in.
I will not put her in best girl.
No, she's
but
not.
I will say this: her redeeming quality is that because she came back in second season and did what she did, it gave us the Kaiki arc, which is unquestionably the best part of the Monogatari series. So for that, I guess I can't put her in shit.
No, she's not shit, dude.
Either I would say meh or pretty good, but I'm stretching it on pretty good.
No, okay, put her in meh. That's fine.
All right.
I want to. I'll give you that.
Spooky Oogie.
Spooky Oogie.
All right. In terms of character design,
she's
not
amazing.
great.
What? She leaves quite an impression.
Okay, but
Gloves,
if
dude,
you want sleeve dickings, then yes, she leaves a great impression.
No, listen, her whole mannerisms and her movement is so good.
I would say
She's
it's another one of those things like we just mentioned for Nautico, where retroactively, when you see how her arc concludes at the end of Awari's second season, it makes her appearances beforehand much better.
Sure, it makes them much better, but that doesn't take away how entertaining she is when you first meet her and those like small bits and pieces of information you get about her. I think that like sure, only towards the end I can fully appreciate her, but goddamn, whenever she shows up, I'm smiling like a dumbass because her personality and her like interaction and movement is so fun, and she's nothing like the rest of the cast.
All right, fair enough. And I will say, even I'm entertained just about every time she was on screen. So yeah.
Well, there you go. I think she's
pretty good.
She's bottom pretty good.
Okay.
Maybe.
All right.
I'll give you that.
All right, here we go. Here comes the part where you and I are probably going to argue.
So Kiss Shot is better.
Who's better, Kiss Shot or Shinobu?
Kiss Shot every day of the week.
Oh my God, no!
It's the same character, so again,
it should go like this. That's how it should go.
You bitch. Swap that around.
Oh, you realize John's gonna kill you, right?
I know.
You literally have. If we do this, there's literally going to be no loli characters in Best Girl, and you know that Shinobu as a loli is the best loli.
No, I mean she's the best of the bunch, but Killshot is better than her.
Here, how about this? There you go. Let's compromise.
I'll tell you what. Like again, it's the same case with Kanagawa to me. It's just like it's the same character, but I like the Killshot design better.
Yeah, I think. Well,
listen, teenage Kiss Shot is fucking amazing.
Well, yeah, but it's still Kiss Shot. The big difference is the loli version and the adult version, because they have different mannerisms. Like sure. Kiss Shot is very much like Dio, like ho, you're approaching me, and loli Shinobu's like donuts. That's the difference. That's true. They do have a slightly different personality.
Kiss Shot is better. You can never change my opinion on that.
All right. Well, here's the deal.
Have you seen that dress, dude? Have you seen that?
Her fashion sense is really good. Her fashion sense is really... This is the only compromise I will make.
I didn't tell you to put Shinobu, like, to bring her down to pretty good. I didn't say anything.
Good.
That was your undoing.
Good. Good. I won't. Yeah, I'm happy with this ranking overall. There's a couple of these I would definitely put Karen personally. I would put Karen in pretty good, not kind of shit. But I can live with it if I have to just. Actually, that's probably the only thing I would really change. Yeah, that's really the only thing I would change.
Yeah, I'm okay with this list.
Yeah, I think this is good. This is a good reflection of our taste, pretty much, I would say. Yeah, I love doing these character rankings. We got to do more of these because they're fun things that we can do, and they're usually around a
Mhm.
half hour in length. So
Yeah.
something different from our regular seriousness of the podcast. As serious as our podcasts tend to be.
Yes.
I'm about to say some of our
Big
podcasts go fucking off the
expectations
rails
on
lately. But yeah,
seriousness.
this is
Anime
our
podcast on the
list.
internet.
Yeah, exactly. This is our list. If you have been listening to this the whole time, you can see this on our YouTube channel or our BitChute channel. I will also take a screenshot of this and post it to our Discord server at the time that this episode comes out.
And tell us in the comments how much you disagree with
Yes,
us.
please tell us how much you disagree, and we will roast you about how lolis are fucking hot. I mean, what?
Jesus Christ.
Hello, police.
Moshi Moshi FBI?
Moshi Moshi FBI-kun. But thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you all out there for dropping in to listen to us. We hope you enjoyed it because we always enjoy bringing this stuff to you. If you want to check out previous episodes of the podcast, you can find us, as before I mentioned, on YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes, and Spotify. If you want to keep up with what we're doing, you can join us on Discord, Facebook, Twitter, and our website. Shoot us an email if you have any questions or if you have ideas for topics you'd like for us to talk about in the future. Links to all these things will be down below in the description. As always, I have been your host, Alex, and I will see you next time. Say goodnight, Natai.
And then the tie. Fucked it up. Got them.
Oh my god. Natai, we got to talk about your taste in incest.
What are you talking about?
Cause
Me?
yes, you. Because obviously a toothbrush beats whatever the fuck Tsukihi is known for.
Egg. That's all she's known for.
Egg.
Egg.